I, Lyndsey Hicks, am an anime addict. Welcome to another episode of the Anime Lounge. I am Editor-in-Chief Lyndsey Hicks, and this is Brandon Beatty.
Editor-at-Large.
Yeah.
Hi folks, how you doing?
That means I'm not amused. So, what are we talking about this episode?
We're talking about anime. This is the second episode of the Anime Lounge.
Mm-hmm.
And basically we're going to talk about what's favorite type of anime.
Okay, but you should kind of speak up. Because
We're going to talk about our favorite type of anime. Sorry about
people can't hear you. He's shy. Not really. But kind of.
Yeah. But when it comes to anime, I do not shy at all.
That was weird. That's a weird sentence construction. I'm pretending to be an editor right now. You don't shy at all? Like, what are you, shy Smurf? You don't Smurf at all?
Well, I'm not shy when it comes to anime.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Actually, yes, you are. You don't watch the darker side of anime.
To me, I don't watch it because it don't have a plot. To me, some don't have good plot lines. And if it's a crummy anime, I don't deal with it.
That's like watching porn for the plot.
Yeah,
What?
but there's
You're not gonna get a plot out of that.
Yeah. Yeah, anywho, but we're here to talk about our favorite types of anime. What's wrong with saying anywho?
Okay, first of all, we're gonna talk about the darker side of anime.
Okay.
We're going into that.
Right.
Since you tried to change the subject, I'm changing it back.
No, I'm not trying to change the subject.
Yeah. I already talked about my favorite types of anime. First episode.
Cool.
That you weren't here for. I like yaoi and I watch hentai.
I have nothing against yaoi. I don't want to.
Yes, you do.
No.
You were like, what's going on here? Why is this anime so terrible? I'm like, you're not watching it for the quality of the... Oh, this went right over your head. That's not what you're watching it for. That's not what that's for. The quality of the animation is not... That's not your main focus. Like, the fact that they were showing people having sex, that's the whole point of it. It's not...
Yeah, but...
You're not watching it for the plot. You ain't watching it for the anime side of it, where the animation is your main focus. That's not what you're watching it for.
Hey, just me. I'm a guy that's picky about it. So, but I mean, I have seen and sat down with Lyndsey and seen hentai.
He wasn't really watching it. I was like, just stop, just stop it, because you're ruining it for me right now. I was actually watching it because usually I'm just sitting there like this the whole time. What the hell's going on here? Why are they doing this? What is the point? Oh, now I understand the point behind it. That's interesting. I'm usually stroking my non-existent beard at that point, too. And not anything else. Because I want to understand why it is these characters are in this situation and why they are doing things. Like, I watched, a good example is The Hills Have Size.
That's the one with me and Lyndsey watched.
It was terrible. The animation is terrible, but I was like, wow, that's... How does that work? That's why I was sitting there like, what? That's his That's his aunt by marriage. Why is he...
Yeah,
Oh.
I was like, dude. I mean, yeah. If it was like if you were say, let's see, if it was not you, her, mean like family, like she was not your aunt.
It ain't like blood relatives or anything.
Yeah, I mean,
but like, and her sister, the dude's aunt by marriage, her sister is also like in love with the dude, and so she like thinks about him. Excuse me, all the time. There's an extended scene about that too, but the whole thing is like, I get the point behind it. You got to know the backgrounds of the story. The reason why the dude's even in the house with her, he had his apartment broken into, and he's in college, and so his aunt by marriage and his uncle like live nearby, and so his uncle told him to come stay with them because he was like, yeah, I don't feel cool with you living by yourself and your apartment just got broken into. See, they didn't tell you any of that in the actual thing.
Okay.
And so then he gets there and he finds out that his uncle, who's related to him by blood, has been mistreating his wife this entire time. Like, the dude is completely horrible to her. Like, horrible to her.
He was, he was very...
He won't have sex with her.
He was a bad man.
And he, like, is cheating on her. And he's like, she tells him, you can't have, a girlfriend or whatever. And he's like, woman, please. I can do whatever I want to do. People of my stature, because I'm somebody. People of my stature can have girlfriends, and, that's perfectly fine, and you're going to shut up about it, and you can't mess with anybody else.
Mm.
And so she basically divorces the dude, and she gets with his nephew, who she has sex with numerous times.
Yeah.
Numerous times. It was pretty, I was like, what is he? Oh, he was drunk. And then he was, yeah. Yeah, how it develops, it actually, there is a plot and there's an overarching important thing behind it. And that's why I was like, if you're gonna watch something that's talking about something. Like, don't just watch some random ass crazy stuff that doesn't talk about anything where, people are just randomly having sex. No, don't do that. That's a bad experience.
Yeah.
But you should watch things that actually have a point and some meaning behind it. And yeah, it is about sex, but it's not. There's a reason to it. There's at least some reason and rhyme to it, instead of it's just random people having sex.
In fairness, I did have a chance to take a look at it. There wasn't.
It's one of the better ones.
And basically, it was pretty decent.
When did you watch it? When did you watch the English dub? You didn't watch the English dub with me. I had the sub version.
Yeah, I decided to do some research online.
Oh.
And see, basically how it was. It was done by a well-known, anime company in the States.
Yeah.
And they got a license to it, and it was pretty, it was decent. The acting was decent. The storyline was yet, in a way, it was kind of like in a way, it wasn't dumbed down, but yet everybody, it was smart enough. It was a mix of smart,
plus
the dumb.
It's
down.
not like, oh hey, you're cute, let's have sex.
Yeah, it wasn't like that.
In
fairness, I may give hentai be a little more open-minded about it.
I done seen some real bad. Oh Lord, I have seen some bad ones though.
Yeah.
Where you like, no, this should not happen.
I think you're talking about the ones that make you want to crawl up in a ball for days to do not show yourself to society.
I watched one, and I probably will remember the name if I saw it, but it was so. It wasn't that it was hard, like the animation was horrible or anything. The subject matter was what was bad. Like, this family of women go to an island and they are subjected to some stuff. Like, all of them.
Man.
There is no escape.
Man.
The ending shot is of all of them being basically gang raped.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my god, like Trigger.
That's not good.
This is like Trigger. This is Trigger stuff, and I don't want to. Oh my god, this is terrible. I had to go watch happy, fluffy, like heartwarming things for days afterward, so that I could pull it back together. Let's put it that way. And I was like, after that, I was just like, yeah, hentai, we're gonna have to take a break from you for a little bit, because this is hitting me in my lady feels right now, and I don't need this. I'm already dealing with some really terrible things in my life. I don't want to deal with something extra because I watched something I shouldn't have. But on a happier note, you went and did some research without me.
Well, I did take a look at it, and basically
he did some research.
Basically looked at it and said it was a decent storyline, and basically it was more of a understanding.
I'm stuck on the fact that, not the fact that you learn something new about something that you'd already been exposed to. I'm stuck on the fact that you went and did research without me.
If I'm going to do anime and manga reviews, we got to do our research.
But that's not the point I'm making. It's going right over your head, the point that I'm making.
I know the point you're making.
Oh, do you now?
Yes, I do. But in short, just make it clear. I'm keep an open mind about hentai.
But that's not what you keep trying to skip over this.
I'm not skipping over.
Yes, you are.
I mean, it's not exactly one of my favorite genres of anime.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm willing to I'm willing to give it a try.
That's not what I was getting at. That's really not what I'm getting at. You keep missing the fact that I said research.
Yeah, no, I actually said
I was making a joke.
I know.
I was making a joke.
I know. I'm not.
As you can tell, it went right over his head.
No, I got what she was saying.
This is what I deal with on a semi-daily basis.
Yeah.
Semi-daily basis.
So,
God help me. So, anyway. Yeah, I already talked about my favorite genres, but it's worth mentioning again. I like school anime, which is a stark contrast to the fact that I like yaoi and hentai. I like school anime, mostly. And stuff like... Okay, we need to get into this debate, because this has been a debate in our anime group that we're in on Facebook. Okay, I like Legend of Korra, and I like Avatar. And for me, I consider that anime. I do. I know it's American made. I get that part. And that kind of automatically disqualifies it from being Japanese animation because it's American. But I still consider that to be anime. I do. Because I sit down and watch it like it's anime. So, I mean, I guess, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's up to the person how they feel about it, whether or not they consider it anime or not.
I heard about Avatar, and I was like, maybe watch a few episodes, but when you kind of look at it more about those episodes, you see, even though, yes, it's an American American anime, but you still have connections with Asian culture.
Yes, and that's why I was still like, yeah, I consider this anime. That's part of the other part of the reason why I consider it anime still. Because it still has the connection to anime, and I think of it as just American-made anime, basically.
Yeah, and
I agree.
It doesn't have major mecha battles or
I don't know, man. That chick
schoolgirls.
That chick shooting that thing out her eye.
But
and the stuff in like first season of Legend of Korra,
it was pretty awesome.
where they had the mech battle. Yeah, they kind of had a mech battle without it being a real mech battle. But yeah, I think they still have I mean, it ain't no magical girl transformation stuff going on. But although technically you can consider if they go into the Avatar state,
yes, anime worthy.
Yeah, then I guess that would still be like magical girl transformation type thing. But yeah, I still think it's anime worthy myself.
Nickelodeon, I'm gonna give them credit. They actually, instead of just making this up, and the creators are making this up, they actually went into the different styles of martial arts, like with water elements, like water style, earth style, fire style.
Yeah, I mean everybody. The metal benders also have a style, but it's an offshoot of like the earth style.
Exactly. And then you learn a little bit about Chinese culture, and that's very educational. So it's fun and educational. So I'll give kudos to Nickelodeon on that one.
Yeah.
Now, the thing I will not give kudos to Nickelodeon on is the recent decision to make The Legend of Korra, all new episodes, into digital on Nick.com. Nickelodeon, I'm going to give, while that's great that you're going to have these episodes on Nickelodeon, on Nick.com, it still was a bad move to make it only digital. If you have it on television, everybody is more access.
Well, no, not really. And what makes me mad with them is the fact that it was how it was handled. It was how they handled it. Instead of like preparing people for this, they just kind of slapped this press release out there and then was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, next week you people will have to watch it online. Hope you got yourself some internets, because otherwise you're not gonna do it."
Or Wi-Fi.
Or something. I mean, you ain't gonna do it otherwise.
Yeah, it feel like you was me like saying, "Hey, we're just gonna cancel the show, but we're not going to cancel the show."
Yeah, but we're not gonna cancel it. And I was like, "Really, Nick? Grow some a set or something, because that's bull. Like, that's complete bull." But whatever. I just, you know what? I watch it. I don't even watch it on Nickelodeon anyway. Just so they know. I don't even watch it on Nickelodeon, and I don't watch it on Nick.com either. I watched it other places in the first place, and I'm probably part of the problem. But there's a reason why I don't mess with Nickelodeon anymore anyway. I don't. And because Nickelodeon's stupid. I used to watch Nickelodeon way back in the day, and I'm going to show my age here because I watched things like Pete and Pete. Clarissa Explains It All.
Excellent.
All That.
Oh yeah.
Kenan and Kel.
Roundhouse.
Yeah. You can't do that on television.
Yeah. Out of control.
I watched all of this stuff. Nick Arcade.
Double Dare.
Yeah, Double Dare. Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yes.
Secret World of Alex Mack.
Yes.
That sort of stuff. I watched the very first episode. Just, you know how old I am.
Wait a minute, wasn't there another show, The Mystery Files of Shelby Woo?
Mm-hmm.
That was also good.
Yes, I do remember that show.
You had Doug. You had Rich.
Well, hold on. I was getting to them.
Oh, sorry.
The point I was getting ready to make was that, showing my age, I watched the very first episode of Doug and Ren and Stimpy and Rugrats.
Oh man.
Way back in 1992. It was 1992. I was in the 6th grade when Doug came on, because he was in the 6th grade. But I used to get up on Saturday mornings and watch Pete and Pete. I love Pete and Pete. I still have theme song somewhere. I think I have it on my MP3 player. But I do have Clarissa Explains It All theme song saved. Because I used to like that show a lot. So, yeah, I'm showing my age here. But I remember back when Nickelodeon was the deal, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, like, I watched 15 as well.
15 was kind of soapy.
It was very soapy-ish, but I loved it, and I loved Welcome Freshman.
Welcome Freshman. Oh yes, beautiful.
I wanted to be a drummer because the theme song was so awesome.
Oh, yeah.
But like, just to give you an idea, and I told this to someone that is a friend of ours who had never seen Clarissa Explains It All. I was like, first of all, how does that even work? And second of all, like, when I was in, like, the 5th grade, Clarissa Explains It All was on, still.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be Clarissa. That's how much I watched it. And I got my... Basically, I got my own fashion sense from watching Clarissa. Because that was the thing about her. She was really cool, and she had, like, her own sense of style, and it was very much put out there in the show's run that, yes, she dressed like an individual because that's what she wanted to do. And you should be yourself and do what you want to do. And so, I never did look like the rest of the kids my age. Never. Like, that's kind of where I'm wearing a tie right now. But, and the same Mario earrings. Mm-hmm. But, like, most kids just, like, kids my age will remember that kind of stuff. But, like, these kids nowadays, they don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, that's basically classics.
My Brother and Me. How did I forget about My Brother and Me?
Yeah,
My Brother and Me was cute.
It
was actually really cute.
Yeah, how can I forget it? And that was actually pretty cool. Nickelodeon had some pretty cool stuff that was on in the day. Yeah. Now, I hate to say it's just bad marketing decisions. The executives are just thinking, okay, money, money, money. And that's not how you that's not how you make your bones.
Nope. I'm so mad with Nickelodeon right now because they should be better than this. And they aren't.
Yeah.
They really aren't. What was the other show? Not Double Dare, but what was the other one that he did? Oh, What Would You Do?
Mark Summers.
Yes, because I thought of the theme song. I used to love the theme song for that, too.
Oh, yeah. And now he's on Food Network.
Yeah. I like watching him. He used to do the show called Unwrapped.
Oh, yeah.
He talked about how different things were made.
And that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that. But Food Network is another one. I remember back when they first started, and they were awesome, and now it's like, what is this crap?
Yeah.
Why are y'all not showing Iron Chef right now?
Yeah.
So, but Nickelodeon pisses me off. I don't even think about them, really. And I didn't support them with Avatar, because I watched the show way after it came out. And I binge watched and finished the entire series. And then, I also caught up on Legend of Korra at the same time. But I didn't watch it through Nickelodeon. And I'm glad I didn't, because Nickelodeon sucks. They're so terrible. So, what are your favorite types of anime?
My favorite type of anime, basically, a mecha. I'm a big Gundam fan. I'm also a fan of the classic anime series Robotech. If you are a otaku, trust me, if you get able to get a hold of a copy of Robotech, enjoy it. This is actually one of the classics, one of the essentials.
I remember when Robotech was supposed to come out on N64.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. It was basically at a time of revival for the series. Cause
did it? I don't think it ever did come out, though.
Yeah, they did. They do a couple of games for it. They did one game that was based off on the PS2 and Xbox 4.
But I meant the one on 64.
Yeah.
I don't think it ever came out on 64.
It might have.
I seem to recall it was supposed to come out 50 million times, and then they canceled it.
Yeah, licensing and then conflicts. And they did come out with a game on the Game Boy Advance, and also did a game for Xbox 360 and PS2. And it was, and I didn't have a chance to play that game, but actually seeing the series, even though it was like 80s style anime, it was still pretty hot. Okay, Lyndsey didn't like it, but
man,
for me, I enjoyed it because basically it was actually one of the anime, if you were an otaku, if you know Voltron, or you know Saber Rider and Star Sheriffs, or the new Adventures of Gigantor,
Man,
it was basically this anime that gets you thinking.
let me tell you something. What I have a problem with 80s anime is, if it's anything before Sailor Moon, man, that animation gonna be pretty terrible. Sailor Moon was like terrible, but I could kind of stomach the original Sailor Moon. We watched that new Sailor Moon, by the way.
Yeah, we had a chance to see it, and man,
it was pretty good. I loved it.
It did the original justice.
I about like to cry when she transformed the first time. I just was like, oh god, she transformed me. Oh. I was like, yeah, I was crying.
Another one that really kind of got me hooked was Speed Racer, or Makagoga, and this is like from this is from 60s, and it was done by.
Well, I know who it is. I'm pretty sure most people know who Speed Racer is, but
it was kind of strange when anime started its early runs in America. But
you also watch ridiculous fighting anime.
Yes, Tenjo Tenge. Yes, I love.
You know what though?
Tenjo.
Let me tell y'all about Tenjo Tenge.
Yes,
I got no problem with Tenjo Tenge. Where I have the problem is that damn Bomba. What the Bomba Head? That Bomba Head is a terrible theme song. That is awful. It's awful. Stop it.
Yes,
the music is awful.
I like.
I want to punch someone. That thing is so terrible. And he was like, "You should watch this anime." I'm like, if this was supposed to draw me into the anime, no.
Well, you may not like the song, no. But it was still.
I mean, the anime was decent, and I liked the concept behind it. I like that, but yeah, that theme song was pretty terrible. Like terrible. It's terrible. Like, it's so obviously bad 90s attempt at being cool that it's not cool. Like, we were at Nashicon this year, and we were in the anime Name That Tune panel, which, oh lord, this girl just completely ruined the thing. She took it over and didn't give anybody else a chance to even bother to, like, answer. And you know, it's not that I had a problem with the fact that she knew every answer. It was the fact that she completely dominated the panel, so she kind of ruined it. But that was one of the, like, things, one of the questions, and immediately I was like, oh god, that's Tenjo Tenge. That's how terrible that is. I remembered. And he was sitting there looking at me like, what? And I'm like, whatever. That's terrible.
Tenjo Tenge is pretty. I like it. I mean, okay, granted, the theme song may not be to everybody's liking, but you got to think about it. The great voice talent that was on that played it. You had Wendy Lee. You had Johnny Young Bosch. You had Stephanie Shea. There's Stephen Prince.
The anime itself wasn't bad. Well, the animation could have been better. It was very clearly 90s, early 2000s type anime, and it's you can tell. Like, you can look at it, it's like that old school Dragon Ball type anime, and you're like, why does this look so terrible? But, I mean, you know, you can tell. But the storyline is pretty good, and I'm mad because the anime doesn't even get into, like, a fourth of what the actual storyline is about. Like, I went and read up on it because I was like, tell me there's something more beyond this. And I actually finished off his anime DVD collection for it, so
yeah.
But, like, you watched Dragon Ball Z too?
Yes, I watched. I did. I watched Dragon Ball.
I watched Dragon Ball. I ain't gonna lie, I love Dragon Ball.
Okay, I'm gonna say it. Digimon.
I couldn't get in. Okay, I like Digimon. Yeah. The first season, and then it was like, Digimon. Like, really? Pokemon? Really? Though my cousin, Daniqua, used to love Digimon. She was a very little child when Digimon was on. And she used to be excited when they would, like, say, so-and-so Digivolves too! I was like, oh god, this is horrible.
Hey.
Oh.
But think about it, it's Digimon that made you. It was an anime that actually made you think. It was like the time when the Matrix came out. It was like, okay, what are their actual digital monsters? And
it's called Pokemon because that's all Pokemon are. Well, they say that Pokemon are digital creatures, but they're also like real living, breathing creatures. So
and around college, me and my roommate, we and a friend of ours, we kind of had a little bit of a thought about, okay, what if there's actual data was actually little digital monsters?
yeah, well,
and it was pretty cool. I mean,
Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon was much more cool, and it wasn't so derivative at the time. Now Pokemon is just like, hey, let's like take a name and throw it up against the wall and see if it sticks, and that's a Pokemon name.
Exactly.
Like, they're just running out of ideas at this point. I'm like, stop. Just stop.
Yeah, even Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, I could deal with Yu-Gi-Oh! But there's so many versions of it.
The version, I have Yu-Gi-Oh's first season theme, because it was awesome. It was awesome as hell.
Not the U.S. version, was it?
Mm-hmm. I have that saved.
Whoa. Yeah.
I went and found it somewhere, and I saved it. I also have the Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3 theme song saved.
Yeah.
I happen to have a thing about 80s and 90s theme songs. You guys would know that if you read the strip and saw my thing about that several years ago, where I talked about the fact that 80s and 90s theme songs, such as Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon and TMNT, the original 1987 cartoon, not the 2003 nonsense, or the 1996 revamp theme, actually had real theme songs where people sang. And they talked about, they gave you a summary of the show within the first 30 seconds. It's kind of like Transformers. Robots in disguise. More than meets the eye. Something about the Decepticons and the Autobots taking on the Decepticons. Like, I mean, you would think I would know the actual Transformers theme song since I lived with someone previously who was huge into Transformers. I actually have the Transformers theme saved somewhere. Plus someone from the group My Way Entertainment.
Oh, yeah.
By the name of Randy Hayes. Redid. Yes. He redid the Transformers theme song, and he remixed it, and it's awesome, and I loved it, so I saved it. I also had that Generation 3 Transformers theme song saved, because it was awesome too. I liked the beat on that. It was a very 80s synth beat. It's very 80s dark wave synth beat. Pretty nice.
Let's see.
But, any other anime that you like, because we're gonna have to wrap this up.
Classic anime, I mean, Trigun, classic.
Yeah, I did like Trigun.
Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, Cowboy
greatest
Bebop.
of all, and I'm going to say it's going to put in there the greatest of all time.
I don't know if greatest. I don't know if greatest.
It's in that line of greatness.
But yeah, it's in top 10.
The reason I say it because of a mix of anime, space action, bounty hunting, comedy, a badass hero in Spike Spiegel. Why not?
See you later, Space Cowboy.
Oh yeah, Ghost in the Shell. Hey,
I kind of couldn't get in the Ghost in the Shell. I tried.
Yeah, but you basically you just had a strong heroine role. Motoko Kusanagi. Don't get on her bad side. Just don't mess with her. She'll just put you down. She'll destroy you.
I was thinking about Akira. And when My Way Entertainment redubbed Akira.
Akira, definitely one of the best.
And he was like, "Who you ripping your set?" And he was like, "Oh, look it." I can't really say what he said on camera, but it was hilarious nonetheless. Yeah, no. His and Her Circumstances. I love that one. I like any romance comedies, which I don't like movies that are romance comedies, but I like anime that are romance comedies. Lovely Complex. I've seen the anime and the live action movie of that. What else have I seen? Special A. Trying to think what else romance comedies. Oh, Toradora. Sailor Moon, but that's not really a romance comedy. It's more of a magical girl transformation thing. Crap, I don't know what else I've seen. Let me look it up on my phone.
Kill la Kill is
we just watched Kill la Kill. Yeah.
High School to Dead, which I am anticipating its return soon. And I had a chance to see it on the Anime Network, both the sub and the dub versions. And they were pretty cool. Bleach, I'm watching Bleach.
I dropped Bleach. I dropped the hell out of Bleach. I've watched all of Death Note.
Death Note. Oh, that makes you think, and that makes you think. And like I did some reviews for GI. If you read them, well, like Yagami, I commend him. He wants to rid the world of crime, but he just want to be a god.
Let it go. Let it go.
I'm letting it go.
Let it go.
I'm an L fan, so yeah.
Notame Cantabile. I'm trying to think what else is romance comedy on this list. Tonari no Kaibatsu-kun. Which was, I like the theme song for that. Itazura na Kiss. That's more like a drama, but it's actually really funny too. In the yaoi category, Janjo Romantica 1 and 2 and the OVA. Oh, Kaisho wa Maid-sama. How could I forget? Kimi Kiss Pure Rouge. That's not really a comedy, but it's like romance. Kimi Kiss Pure Rouge. Wait a minute. Sorry. Kimi ni Tsudoke, which is kind of weird, but yeah. There's a lot on here. Yeah, there's a lot on here. So, alright. We're going to wrap this up, sir.
Okay. And we'll be back with another episode.
Maybe, possibly.
Possibly. Maybe.
He may or may not be involved. I will be.
That's cool.
Because I'm the boss. I mean, I run this.
Yeah, that's kind of rude.
This is my show.
Yeah, I mean...
This is my show.
She's brutal.
This is my damn show.
Okay, we get it, bossy.
Like Garnet Lee used to say on Weekend Confirmed, this is my damn show.
Yeah. We get you, but come on.
We'll be around and talking about anime next week. Probably we're going to talk about some series that we've watched. We're going to get in depth with them, possibly. And by we, I mean possibly me. Just depends. We'll see.
That's cool.
If it's just me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're gonna talk about series in depth. We're gonna get into that at some point. So we're gonna say goodbye now.
Bye, folks. Thank you for watching. Please keep reading GI.
Yes, please keep reading GI. Thank you for watching, and go read the Anime Lounge at gaminginsurrection.com/thestrip. Please capitalize the strip, because otherwise you can't find it. Or you can just go to the main site at gaminginsurrection.com and follow the blog links from there. We will see you next week.
Adios.